If you're looking for the Brady Bunch, instead you got 5 good-looking guys, or at least me and 4 good-looking guys here. But we got another locked in, and hopefully we had hoped for some baseball season right now. But since we don't have that, we've got the pandemic indoor version of a little baseball talk. And joining me right now from the defending FCIAC in state championship Staples baseball team, I have Coach Jack McFarland. I have James D'Amico, Adam Petro, and Zack Zobel. How you guys doing?
Great. Thank you for having us.
Nah, thanks a lot. Always happy to talk to people from my hometown and from my alma mater. So I've been I spend more time in Westport, I think, than I do anywhere else, but that's been for takeout. Let's kind of bounce around with you guys and find out what you've been doing, and if anybody's got any unique or different stories, anybody doing something maybe the rest of us aren't. So Jake, what's happening?
Not much is going on. Just been working on schoolwork, and then when it's warm out, my friends and I go bike around town, try to waste some time, have some fun.
All right, Adam, how you been?
Yeah, just trying to kill some time. Just been doing my work and just trying to get out and for some fresh air when I can. Keep some distance.
Zach, you're up. What's happening with you?
I've just been grinding school, driving around with my dog a lot, playing Xbox.
Have you watched Ozark?
I just started Ozark.
I finished it. It's good.
Everybody's
fantastic.
Is it okay? I'm subscribing to Netflix today. Almost everyone who comes on here who has Netflix says you got to watch Ozark.
It's so good. I just finished the first season.
Okay, I'm putting my money down I'm putting my money down for a month or 2 on Netflix and getting into it. So let's bounce around because it's the easiest way to do this than talking over each other. But what's been the hardest part about this from a baseball standpoint, Jake? What's the hardest part about not having this season so far?
I'd say just kind of the uncertainty, not knowing if we're going to play again, because this was supposed to be like our senior year, like our kind of going away party, at least for myself. I'm not planning on playing after the season. So also just like making memories with my teammates. So, because last year we had such a great season, and just not being able to try and replicate is tough.
Adam, how about you?
Yeah, I miss seeing all the guys every day, just all the relationships I have with everyone on the team. It's just like brutal not seeing them every day.
Yeah, Zach?
Yeah, it's been going to the field, driving by the field's really tough. I've done it a few times, and just looking at the dugout and like
really
going around the bases and just seeing everybody not in the dugout, it's really tough.
How about you, Jack? What's the hardest part? Your mic's off again.
All the preparation in the season and to see all that go down.
I know next time, we do this again, we're going to have your kids, your players teach you how to do one of these Zooms here.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you a little bit better.
Yeah, just the preparation for the season, and the camaraderie with the coaches and the kids. The coaches love the kids, and, we miss, being part of it right now.
One thing I've noticed just from covering you the last few years, and obviously you guys have had the strongest program. I don't think anybody would dispute that over the last 5 to 10 years. Is you guys are a program. You're not a team. I mean, you guys have really built something special there. Any way to describe what it's like? And I don't know if anybody else here is multi-sport in terms of if you notice the difference with the baseball team compared to other teams.
Yeah, I mean, we all just do our job. Like, we all play as a team, and it's not like some travel program like everyone's trying to get like scouting looks. Like, we try to play as one, and we all have the same goal, is to win.
You guys I will say from a sports writer standpoint, probably one of the best things about Staples baseball too is the colony truck. At least once or twice a season. You can't beat being down by the field there and having somebody bringing me a colony pizza.
Yeah, we usually get all the lacrosse players coming up after practice or at their game, steal a bunch.
All right, let's find out for the people watching here, the unknown Jack McFarland. What kind of things about Coach McFarland should we know about? What makes him tick? Is there any quirk of his that you guys joke about that you miss right now? What about Coach McFarland that we don't know?
I miss seeing him in school.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, I'd see him so many times, like every day. I miss that. The little interactions when I just walk into his office, we'd talk something about baseball for like 5 minutes, then I go to class. I miss that.
I don't know have any of you seen him work when you've gone into his office? Because every time I go into his office, I think every other coach, or if I go into the AD's office, they're all, I'm once or twice. I'm busy right now. Can you come back later? I don't know why he's looking at his cell phone, texting and stuff. Does anybody know what he does?
No.
No, it's all private.
His business.
Just business.
I don't, Jack, you got a special bunch of guys, obviously, and you have, the one thing about your team is not only have you had great baseball players, but you've had really good kids. What do you miss from being around them on a daily basis?
Setting the goals and watching the kids getting better every day, the competition, the practice, being with my assistant coaches, and the weather's been so nice. Like today's beautiful. The bats should be hitting the ball today, and it's tough.
You guys know if these were normal times, we'd have like a foot of snow on the field. So of course you have the best winter possible. Darien doesn't get the early advantage this year because of everybody wanting to play on their field, and we're stuck with this. Are you guys able to do anything that's baseball related outside of just, normal staying in shape to try to stay sharp in case we get part of the season?
I haven't really been able to do anything because they closed the field, so we can't really go there anymore. So we're just like staying in shape, but not much you can do.
All right, you guys have any entertainment recommendations? We got a little bit there. Any shows, any books, anybody doing anything really unique that we should know about?
I've heard All American from Netflix is a great show. I have to go check that out this week while I have free time. Heard it's a good watch.
I've just been watching Ozark.
Okay. Ozark is, everybody's talking Ozark. I said my show is something called Luther. I just got into that. That's on Stars. It's kind of a British detective. And even though I say British a lot of times, sometimes people get like scared off if it's not subtitles. It's British, but it's a really cool detective show. So I'm going to stop talking about it here. People get sick of me talking about Luther. So,
well, actually, no, me and my cousin just started rewatching old movies. We just started the Lord of the Rings. So I'm going over there every other night, every few nights, because, nothing better to do.
I get in trouble whenever I say this. I've never seen a Star Wars movie, and I've never seen a Harry Potter movie. So
I know a number of people haven't seen
a lot of people are like that.
To be honest,
I don't like sci-fi, and I don't like fantasy. I haven't seen Game of Thrones. Excuse me. I'm weird that way, I guess. I don't know. I've been watching old shows. I started watching Friday Night Lights again.
I watched Pulp Fiction like 3 times.
Pulp Fiction, you got it. I watched it. My favorite movie of all time.
It's so good.
There's, other than one scene in the hotel room, that's like the perfect movie to me. You guys have probably heard me with them. You know who I talk movies with the most is Chad Knight.
Yeah.
Chad's a Quintino.
He knows about everything.
Yeah, he knows everything.
He'll I started talking about it, and I expected him to start talking about the lines and stuff, and he's talking to me about the cinematography, and he probably knows what a gaff does and everything. But Chad and I talk movies all the time. When I remember seeing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when it came out, and I texted Chad after. If I see a Tarantino movie, he's on my Tarantino list. But you can never watch Pulp Fiction enough.
Yeah.
What about, just because I'm a Westporter, go-to restaurants in Westport? Where do you guys go to?
I go
I
to
usually
Planet Pizza.
Where?
Pizza.
Planet Pizza is my go-to.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Shake Shack. I always just go and stop in, grab a quick burger.
Shake Shack.
If I'm gonna do fast food, and I don't do that often, I'll do Shake Shack. So the place that everyone's telling me that has great pizza is the place that just opened up where Shearwater Coffee is, right off Sherwood Island Connector. I don't know if you guys. Izano's, yeah. I have a friend that owns an Italian restaurant in Westport, and he says the best pizza. It's the closest thing to what he's had in Italy. So
check it out.
All right. Well, guys, I really appreciate you taking the time here. It's always fun talking to you, and I'd much rather be doing it down on the field. Let's hope things work out for the best and we get a chance to do that. But until then, thanks a lot for taking the time here, and you all stay safe, and hopefully I see you all soon.